Hello my friends. Today I'm going to process this celery, and I picked up some celery. It's organic, and I tried to stay with organic, especially anything that's growing in the ground, closer to the ground or in the ground should be organic. What I'm going to do is cut this up, and I'm going to dehydrate it, and I want again to measure the volume of it, green and fresh, and after it's dried I'm going to compare the volume, so that will give me an idea of the amount that I should be using when I'm using this in soups or in camp foods that I would be putting together and taking with me. I also would like to take some of the dried celery and grind it up and make it into a powder and use it for just flavoring. Okay, I already rinsed these off, and I'm going to remove the ends, and I'll spot check it too, since celery is pretty good at holding dirt inside. So I'll probably give these a little bit more of a rinse and then cut them up. These ends that are wider, what I like to do is split them so that they're going to be bite-sized pieces. Celery is mostly water, and when it dries, it's really going to be reduced in volume. And I find that drying seems to be one of the best ways to preserve foods. It has real long shelf life because of the low moisture content. These are the dried ends that I'm discarding here. Here's what we ended up with. This is 2 full heads of celery, and now we're going to see how many quarts. Five and a half. The nice thing with drying this is anytime I'm cooking and making a soup and I need to have celery, celery doesn't have a real long life in the refrigerator. And I can just go to my cupboard, grab a jar of dried celery, and add the dried celery. And when it's in the soup mix, it reconstitutes, and it then returns to pretty much its original size. Let's put this in the dehydrator and dry it overnight. When you're drying, this celery really has a good flavor, probably because it is organic. You want to use fruit or vegetables that you're drying at its peak of ripeness or flavor. And a lot of times when I buy something in bulk or large quantity, I know I'm not going to use it all right away. I'll go and dry it, dehydrate it, and put it in a mason jar and store it in a cupboard. You want to keep it dry, you want to keep it cool, and you want to keep it out of sunlight. Sunlight will deteriorate the dried veggies or fruit quicker. So keep it out of direct sunlight, or keep it in a dark place like your cupboard. There it is, 5.5 quarts. Here's the dehydrator overnight. Completely dried. Well, now we're going to see what our volume is going to be. So we're going to empty the dehydrator. The jar that I'm using to measure is only a 3-cup jar, so recalculating I have 18 cups and it reduces down to 2 cups. And now we check the volume. We went from 5.5 quarts. Now the reason this is so small is celery is more than 95% water or liquid. I would say we have three-quarter of a quart. Now from that we'll calculate what could be used in recipes. Thanks for watching, my friends. Bye-bye.